we kind of touched on it, but um, which is Jose brought in the biological aspect of once you hit puberty. Do you guys feel that with the societal limits, it's bringing about more cases of, let's say, rape and pedophilia? Like, do you think because society has this like stigma of you can't look at people who are aged a certain way or you can't do things a certain way, that
Where like
that suppression leads to more
you mean
violence or
more younger, more older dudes or older women are going after younger guys or younger girls? Is that
right?
what you mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
like they're going about it illegally or like in a dark backdoor way,
well, I mean,
whereas like
there's always been a societal I mean, society has always looked down on that for sure. So I mean, just like I mean, do you feel like there's been more of a on it recently? Like,
for sure, yeah,
I just think now you just know more. You see it more. I mean, that's just due to social media. I think that's due to social media. I think most things that happen now, like we're seeing a lot more of it now because we have access to a lot more. The world's more connected now, so you
right.
see more news about it. You'll hear about it more often than you used to because you know there's access. And I think it's like for example, like to go like in a different realm, but the same principle could be applied. Got the When you have the Ring doorbell, you start to see, oh, this has happened in this area. Oh, these people are trying to get in cars. These people are trying to break in cars here. Oh, this person's took XYZ from someone's garage over in this town. It's like, oh, so like it makes it seem bad, but just like no, like this stuff has always been happening. It's just now everyone knows about it. So it's just kind of, I don't think it's more of a light shed on it. I think the public has always shamed about it. It's just that you might not have known it was actually happening. So there's that.
Now, I also want to add, due to these societal restrictions, like the illegal industries such as like human sex trafficking and those types of things have become illegal. So people now go out of their way, or not go out of their way, but these industries, the sex industry flourishes because of these restrictions. Um, so how do you guys feel that plays into, like, I guess the societal aspect, like because of, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, regardless, it seems that it's in our nature to find a way to do these things that, or we, but whoever these people are, they find a way to do these things that they maybe naturally want to do, regardless or irregardless of what society says. So, do you think having this restriction makes it more or happen more than if it was not so restricted?
I don't think that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
I,
don't
I
think.
don't. I don't. I don't think that because there's a restriction on it that it happens more. So, for instance, like you were talking about pedophilia as well, correct?
Right.
So, because there's a law on pedophilia, I think that it has restricted it from happening more than if there was no law on pedophilia. Because I feel like that is a hard one though, because you do have to define what pedophilia is. So if you think about it in the sense of like 18-year-olds messing with 16-year-olds, that still may technically be pedophilia. So in that case, I can understand why the numbers would be bumped up. But when it comes to like the example we used before, 70-year-olds messing with 16-year-olds, I think that in that sense, that big gap, I think less of those would happen because there is a restriction on it. So if it does happen, and what's put out there is that those people tend to get caught. That's what it seems like. So if those people tend to get caught, the amount of interactions between 7-year-olds and 16-year-olds would decrease because they should be put away in jail. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But when it comes to the sex industry, I feel like it doesn't matter whether it's restricted or unrestricted. Like there's always going to be somebody out there who is making money off their body.
Mm.
So I feel like it doesn't matter whether you restrict it or you don't restrict it. Like it's gonna happen. Whether or not it happens more because it's restricted, that's also debatable. Because I feel like there's always that what's Thailand like? Because I know Thailand is legal, and I know a lot of people. Well, it seems like in media and stuff like that, thing about hangover, like people go over there to do that. So I guess it would happen more if it's legal. You see what I'm saying? You have more tourism. You have more people who will engage in that.
Yeah, that's
But what do I know?
sick. That's sick. I mean, you think about it like it's sick. It's just like I don't think like restrictions like do you mean restrictions as in like when you say restrictions, you mean like there's laws against it, right?
Right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's been laws against it for years now, for like a long time. It's been illegal. So I mean, like, is there more of a crackdown on it now? Yes, probably. Does that mean they're getting anywhere? Who knows? But I think people are still like people that do that. I think they're still going to operate like some of them still operate in the same manner. Those that are just acting like I think the ones we see most are the ones that are like lone cases. Like most of the time, we don't see like stuff that is associated with like a big like a sex trafficking ring, or a whole operation. So I think those people that operate on their own, they go about things probably the same way they have. And I think like what doesn't help is that everyone now, more than ever, a lot of more people are just minding their business. So it's kind of just like,
Mm.
like you'll see it online, but you won't really notice it. But like people don't really notice it when it happens right in front of them. And I think now, like as of recently, like this year or so, people are becoming more aware. People are watching out for it more. So I think it depends on like how much people are looking for it. Because I like it's like when you're driving, you don't notice like a certain car. Like you see someone has a certain car, that has a certain car. Now you notice when you're driving, you see it a lot more out on the road. So it's kind of one of those things. We see it now more online. So now we're kind of we're watching out for it. It catches our eye more.
Yeah, you dropped the bar there, bro.
It's just certain things that sometimes you see it and you notice it more when you're actually like looking for it when you're more aware of it. So I
Yeah,
think
the
that
more
is
you kind of looking for something, the more you're gonna see it. The more you're
exactly
gonna attract it into your experience.
facts.
Right.